Hi, this is Josh Gilroy with the Fair Deal Democrats, um, and I just wanted to chime in today. This is a historic, sad day in the history of our country. Um, they just announced the indictment of former FBI Director James Comey. He was explicitly targeted for prosecution by President Trump. He fired the previous prosecutor for the Northern Virginia area because they investigated this specious claim against Comey and stated that there was no case whatsoever. So Trump fired that person, appointed a new lackey just this week, and now we have an indictment on Comey on two counts. One is a false statement to a uh, congressional uh, hearing that was looking into the Russian interference in the 2016 election. Um, so yes, one count making false statements and one count of obstruction of Congress. Um, those haven't been officially released, but that's what people are saying based on inside knowledge. Um, and this is just a red letter day. I mean, this is of all of the. I don't want to make it sound like I woke up today and said, "Oh, Trump's awful." Trump has been awful and moving in an authoritarian direction for a long, long time. But really, a clear blue line has been crossed today with the president uh, hand directing the Justice Department to make false allegations, prosecutions against his political enemies. That cannot be allowed to stand. As much as I blame Trump and hold him accountable for his despotic behavior, I also want to single out John Roberts. The judiciary has done nothing since Trump was elected again, but to say they would defer to the president on legal matters, and this is contrary to the Constitution, to say the least. And now we're really seeing the effects of it. Roberts and the Supreme Court have given Trump the okay to move forward with uh, judicial acts that are almost without precedent in American history. Um, America has often failed justice in the past. There's no question about that. But we've always held to our stand. We've always reasserted our standards in times of crisis, and this is one of those times. We cannot let this stand. We need to, in particular, we need to put pressure on Republican senators and Congresspeople. They need to know that this is unacceptable, and that not just unacceptable to Democrats, it is unacceptable to Americans of all political affiliations. Um, we need to put pressure on the judiciary. We need to know that we are watching them. There's a famous saying that the courts follow election returns, which they might be doing in this case here by giving Trump some leeway. But they need to know that they are sacrificing their legitimacy as an independent branch of government, and they need to know that they will not be allowed to do that. So we need to be upfront in letting judges and the administration, the judicial administrations know that we cannot tolerate this. Um, and we know that it won't stop here. Even as they're talking about Comey's indictments, there's already talk about going after George Soros and his foundation. And there's a Justice Department directive, and I'm just reading off of the Washington Post here. A senior Justice Department official has instructed more than half a dozen U.S. Attorney's offices to draft plans to investigate a group funded by George Soros, the billionaire Democratic donor, whom Trump has demanded be thrown in jail. This directive from in the Justice Department outlines possible charges ranging from arson to material support of terrorism. This memo suggests that department leaders are following orders from the president that specific people or groups be subject to criminal investigation, a major break from decades of past practice meant to insulate the Justice Department from political interference. Um, these are core American values that are now being sort of torn asunder, and this requires extraordinary uh, civil disobedience and civil activism. We cannot bear this. This is this is this is just a betrayal of our country. Is the bottom line. I apologize. I was in such a hurry to um, get this out that I'm stuck with terrible lighting. Um, but this is so urgent. Um, the president cannot just, Nixon tried it. The Justice Department buckled but did not falter in the end. Thank you, Elliot Richardson. We had some taste of this during the McCarthy era, but again, against the illness of authoritarianism, we've always had robust antibodies, and this is a test now. Do we still have the civic antibodies to assert our core values? So this is not a test. This is real life, and it's urgent. And I encourage everybody to, uh, protest, write letters, be seen, contact. Again, legislators, particularly Republicans, they need to know this is not a partisan issue. So again, thank you for your attention on this matter, and I look forward to further discussion. Thank you.